Scorpio, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Ooh, we have something that flipped. Look at that, the Nine of Cups. Okay, here we go. I'm going to keep that as a bonus card. Okay. So the Nine of Cups. What I like about this cup or this particular card is as far as emotional fulfillment goes, this is as good as you can get by yourself. You don't aim for the Ten of Cups because the Ten of Cups is something that happens over a long period of time. This is you feeling comfortable in your environment and feeling emotionally still. Okay. Instead of having these constant extremes of up and down, you're just kind of like, whoo, you're just coasting along. Um, so in your hopes here, you're hoping for forward movement without a lot of effort. You're like, everything's feeling pretty good right now. You're like, I just want everything to move in this direction without having to expend a whole lot of energy. But the fear that creeps up inside is that there is some sort of inner conflict that you have in regards to a missed opportunity or a fear of rejection. So I'm going to pull one more on that just to see. Yeah, this was a missed opportunity. You feel like you have to pull forward no matter what, despite the fact that you missed out on something. And you keep thinking back on what it was that you missed out on, and that gives you a sense of anxiety or maybe like a little bit of melancholy. I don't want to say like a full-on depression or anything like that, but it's disappointing. It's very, very disappointing, and that's the only thing that's killing this really good vibe right here is that your mind keeps wandering back to something that just didn't work out. Ultimately, though, you're feeling like you can drop your defenses, like you don't have to always be on guard against everybody or everything, and that the difficulty, like the more difficult choices are behind you, not in front of you. So even though you have a few things that you have to iron out based on this missed opportunity, ultimately you feel like you can pull through. It's a strange little feeling that I got in regards to this. Oh, I see. You're looking back. You're looking way back. That's why this is so strange. Okay, so you're feeling pretty good and hoping to move forward with this energy with very little effort. But occasionally you're thinking way back to a broken heart that was really, really difficult to get over. And what you're thinking of is the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. The pain of this broken heart is so far behind you, you don't feel the pain anymore. Does that make sense? But you often wonder, if I knew then what I know now, would it be different? Would this person still be with me? Ultimately you can't change it. That's why you're not being defensive over the situation anymore. You're just accepting it for what it is. And there are going to be some difficult decisions moving forward, but the most difficult decisions to actually move on from this has already happened. Scorpio, this is you recognizing the need to let somebody go. But every once in a while, you think of the shoulda, the coulda, the woulda. You know, if I knew then what I knew now, would I be in a better situation? Would I still have this person? But what's happened is happened, and what's done is done. And it really doesn't do you any good to create an alternate reality somewhere in the back of your head, like a fantasy of some sort of, well, it could have been better if only. Okay? Sometimes it's nice to think about those things. They are defense mechanisms, like our fantasy worlds of wondering what things would have been or should have been or could have been, or if I won the lottery, da da da. Those are sometimes defense mechanisms, and or I'm sorry, not defense mechanisms, but coping mechanisms for not really feeling good. So I would want to turn it to the beginning in the question. If you're feeling this good, why are you pulling yourself back to the shoulda, coulda, woulda? Because this is usually what you do when you're not feeling good. I'm gonna pull two more cards. Oh, wow. Because the actual truth of the matter is that you aren't happy over a long period of time. This emotional fulfillment, this is new to you. And I feel like now that I see this, this tells me for a long time you were addicted to the pain, so you kept reaching for it and reaching for it and reaching for it. And this tells me that not feeling the pain anymore is a very, very new thing. So it's almost like it doesn't feel quite right. You have that inner conflict and remorse almost about feeling good. Like you feel like you don't deserve this good feeling, even though it's right there at your fingertips and you could just own it if you wanted to. Scorpio, I would say, it's a new moon today. The sun is in Scorpio, the new moon is in Scorpio. We just had Halloween or Samhain or Deus des Muertes, depending on which way you want to look at it. But ultimately, all of these things point to transition, transition, transition. So if there's something new in your life, I would embrace it. Don't continue to hold on to the past just because it's familiar. If you're feeling good and you're ready for forward movement with very little effort, just accept it. Exhale the past and move forward. It's okay, you have my permission. It'll be fine. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next week.